Toronto FC welcome Ali Curtis as the new general manager.
I mean, he's a guy that knows the league inside and out. He's been around the league office, and with the Red Bulls, he's had so much success.
We wanted to get the best guy out there. He was a guy we both wanted. We didn't want to waste any time.
There's this quote that I use from Arthur Ashe: start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. I think it's very important anytime you enter a new situation or a new organization that you listen, you learn, you process and analyze, but you roll up your sleeves and you get your hands dirty. I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and just kind of playing youth soccer. And this is a photo when I was 8 or 9 years old. It was 3rd grade. I played on the red team, as you can see. This is at Fuller Park in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They still have it today. We lived in a community where me and my brother would kind of go in the backyard and start playing soccer, and we shared a backyard with all the other townhouses. We have friends from South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, and that's why I started playing soccer. Things just kind of progressed and developed over time, and I started playing with the youth national teams and things like that and started getting noticed. Going into university was that I really wanted to play at a high level in terms of university, but I also wanted to go to a really good academic institution. And so Duke was a perfect fit. So this is a photo. This is a freshman year at Duke University. Let's see, a buddy of mine sent this to me the other, maybe a year or two ago, but I remember we used to have all these posters and they asked us to autograph them. You gotta give me the old hard look, you know, back then, you know, I think I was 18 years old, so trying to look tough when I'm probably a bit soft and still learning, but you try to look tough in those photos and pull it off. Yeah, pull it off, you know, we'll see. Then we started telling jokes after. But. On the field, I made some really great relationships and was challenged and played at a very high level in a competitive environment. That kind of competition really hardened me as a player. And then off the field, I got exposure to economics and the world of banking. And so I knew that while I wanted to pursue a career as a soccer player, that at some point I wanted to go into banking. I think this is my senior year. But this is a photo from my junior year. My junior year, I received the Herman Trophy, which is the college national player of the year. Soccer America is what you grow up reading and learning about and everything else. And so to be on the cover of it was really cool. Good accomplishment for our team. So I kind of framed it. Ta-da. I signed on with an agent as soon as I played my last game as a senior. I just wanted to go to a team that wanted me, you know, a good club. I was happy when I got drafted and excited. After 3.5, 4 years, I knew I wasn't gonna sign a big contract or be playing with the national team, so I wanted to do something different and move away. I left and I got a job at JP Morgan in Chicago and to pursue, you know, the goal that I had of working in banking. Within the first 2 or 3 months when I was working there, I sent Don Garber an email and I said, hey, you know, I don't know if you remember me, but I used to play in your league. I'm working for JP Morgan now, but I follow the league and I'm excited about where it is now and where it's going. He responded right back within 5 minutes. He said, I remember you. Would you be interested in working here? I said, hey, you know, I really enjoy what I'm doing. I'm learning. I'd like to see this through, but I'd love to stay in contact. He and I just kind of stayed in touch over the next like 3.5, 4 years. Finally, I just kind of had a moment of clarity and I said, you know, I need to do something that is more aligned with my passion. And I started working at the league office. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do right away. And so I got some exposure to multiple different areas. I kind of aligned on knowing that I wanted to be involved in the sporting operations of a club. So I started to think through every kind of experience that I had as a soccer player and also as a banker. I started to think about those experiences, training sessions, leadership opportunities, all these different things, and then I started to write them down. And Red Bull came along and presented an opportunity where I could succeed, and so, yeah, I took the Red Bull job. We worked collaboratively as a team and made some good signings, and we had a good team, and we changed the style, changed the process, and that translated into results. I learned a lot from that experience. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about how to do well in the job, you know, the things you want to steer away from. At the end of the day, you know, you always have to look at your career and your life and where you are, and to make decisions that are clear and that are right. It came to a point, at least at Red Bull, where I felt it would be good for me to kind of walk away and take a step back, and really, to be honest with you, spend 18 to 20 months really thinking through my next role, but also just spending time with my family. I got the itch, and so when Bill Manning called me up, I was ready to go. A big club like Toronto and a great city like Toronto, I was really, really excited to take that next jump. When I joined Toronto, I just didn't expect Sebastian to leave. Didn't expect Victor to leave. Didn't expect the Gregory Vanderbilt situation. Those are 2 TAM players and a designated player. Massive part of your roster. Usually is going to have a massive impact on your ability to win games. So that changed things completely. At the same time, you still need to get to know people's names within the academy, the first team, the second team. You need to get to know where, you know, how to get to the training facility, how to get to the stadium. There was just a massive amount of change and transition right when I started. You'd like the waters to be relatively calm during the season and stable and set, but every year is different, and there's different challenges, and you just need to be ready, and you got to be nimble and being able to adjust. I think late January, we did the trade with Cincinnati, but then there was also some thinking there where we got some cash, but then we also got the allocation slot, so that set us up to trying to get a defender in the allocation order, and we picked up Omar, which, you know, very happy with. So there was a lot of things going. There's been a lot of stuff going on. It doesn't matter that I'm a new guy. I have to be a guy that can contribute and that can produce and execute, because other people rely on me. I need to do the best I can for the staff, side to side and up and down. Really just wanting to come in here and do the best job I can so that I can support this club in the way that it needs to be supported so that we can go out there and try to win championships. That's what we try to build this roster for. Not only do we want trophies and championships, but we also want championship culture.
Alejandro Pozuelo picking this up. He'll drive towards the edge of the box. It's Pozuelo! And Toronto FC lead it after an hour. Alejandro Pozuelo with the goal. Hendo with the cross in towards Altidore. Oh my, Josie Altidore with a lovely finish to give Toronto FC the lead against his former team. Pozuelo plays it for Michael Bradley, and it drops towards Mullins. And Toronto FC have their levelling goal. And it's Patrick Mullins, the substitute, with his first for the club.
I am extremely happy and excited with where we're at. You know, we need to start the climb, but we've got strength, we've got good people here. And so, you know, I think if you take a step back and you look at all the different changes that were unexpected or projected, there has to be some type of space for a team in transition. Right now, we're hanging right around the playoff line. And now it's important we make our climb moving forward. I think we're built for that right now. It's a really important time that we trust, we believe in each other, and we start to put together what we're capable of.